Yo, what's up, Sippy Cups, man? It's your boy Jake here, back with another video. And today I wanted to kind of make another commentary video, sit down and talk about, kind of what I was talking about in the last video. In my previous video, I was talking about how, Call of Duty is getting a lot of hate from, especially from these YouTubers, man, like Blame Truth. They do truly make a complete game every single year. I mean, somewhat. Especially, I think really like Black Ops 6 is a good game. Like, you got campaign, zombies, multiplayer's good, Prestiging is back. But I do think it is true that Call of Duty has taken a dip, in these last years. And come on, guys, you know exactly when Call of Duty started going downhill. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, man, and Warzone in 2020. These games really shaped how Call of Duty really played out the last few years or so. Well, I should say like 6 years. Every single Call of Duty game since then has had tac sprinting, field upgrades, gunsmith. And I really hate gunsmith, honestly. I really think it is such a bad feature. And I think we, honestly, in my opinion, need to return to pick 10. Like, let's just talk about the gunsmith for a second. Like, I saw somebody complaining about pick 10 and how it was, like, too restrictive. And I'll try to find the post, but pretty much they just hated the idea of balancing, like, the perks and the attachments. Let's say you got like too many perks on, you can only maybe have like one attachment. Let's say you're using perk 1 greed and perk 2 greed, something like that, and you can only use 1 or 2 attachments. But that's the beauty of it, having to choose between a certain number of perks, attachments, lethals, wild cards. That provides like a lot of depth to the game, and that's exactly what Call of Duty's missing, man. Depth. It's like everybody just has these insane classes kitted out for Warzone. It kind of makes sense in that game mode, the Battle Royale, because, you want to kind of have like a 3-time scope maybe on your gun to see a little further. Maybe you got like a suppressor on the gun to kind of help with like being not seen. But I mean, I kind of don't like that too, the idea of having a loadout in the game, honestly. I kind of like the blackout style of Battle Royale, where you kind of have to pick up the guns and attachments and the perks, off the floor, kind of get the RNG. Yeah, RNG is kind of like a big part of the BR experience, but it is kind of good that Warzone kind of provides that, alternativeness where you can have more consistent gameplays and everything, because sometimes the RNG can really screw you over. So I can see why, people like loadouts and everything, Like, going back to my other points too, like, honestly, I don't really like tac sprint either. Since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War was the only other COD that didn't have tac sprint, but literally every single other one has had the double tap to sprint feature, And it's kind of stupid because it really just forces everybody to use the auto tac sprint. And that somewhat takes away from like the skill aspect of Call of Duty, because everybody's just like automatically sprinting, sliding around like crazy. Whereas if that were not a feature and people were forced to, people were forced to actually double click their sprinting button, people with good movement would stick out like a little more than they do right now, honestly. And that's more of a debate on like the competitive aspect of Call of Duty. Like, the pros have really been on that, trying to make sure every single pro is on the same page and not using the auto tax feature, so that they're on an equal playing field. And some, like, notoriously like Crim6 and Abuza, have used like the auto sprint feature before in the past, like trying to kind of secretively. Honestly, in my opinion, it really isn't too big of a deal, because they more use it to preserve like their hands, you know what I mean? Because when you're playing 8 hours a day and you're just constantly clicking that button, it hurts. You guys know how it is. They just need to like remove tac sprint and just replace it with like extreme conditioning. Like, they need to bring back that or something and make it like crazy, where you literally like don't stop sprinting or something like that. That would be pretty peak. Honestly, I think they did that already in World War II, but I could be totally capping. Could be totally talking out my ass, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, the field upgrade system is not too bad of a system, you guys know. It's somewhat similar to like the non-lethal specialist from like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, stuff like that. But kind of on a lesser level, where it's just like a trophy system. Or in like Modern Warfare 2019, they had it to where you could pop Deddy. But yeah, pretty much in every COD, the field upgrades have pretty much been the same, because really, how can you really switch it up too much? Especially when you're trying to, use all the features from the same games, because, everything's kind of tied into Warzone. That's why I'm so hyped for Black Ops 7, because they're actually going to add like more field upgrades. There's going to be like apparently there's going to be like an active camo. There might be like a super jump boost type of thing. Now they just need to bring back like glitch and psychosis, stuff like that. That would be really fire. Like the grapple from Black Ops 4. Like that would actually make the field upgrades pretty cool, rather than it just being like deployable shield and like a claymore and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's supposed to be in Warzone, damn it. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Specialist to, somewhat return in Black Ops 7. Like Black Ops 3 and 4 were such like great ranked competitive games and everything, because I think, really because of the Specialist. And some people, somewhat don't like the Specialist because it can be like kind of cheese, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you're playing like Search and Destroy and it's the last round, round 11, 5-5. You could just pull out like the Annihilator or something like that, and you got enough a one-shot gun against everybody. But there's somewhat skill in that, holding it till the last round and really thinking about it, or I don't know, you can kind of cheese it and earn it in the last round too. And then Modern Warfare 2019 really thought that they could really change up how spawns completely work. Like, that is so dumb. I'm really glad that Call of Duty's moved away from the squad spawning. Like, that was truly the worst feature ever put into Call of Duty. Like we were talking about in the last video, how in Battlefield, it's kind of random because you could be shooting somebody and then he just has people spawning on top of him because of how the system works. You die and you could spawn on your teammates. It's like the same thing was true in Modern Warfare 2019 and like Vanguard, It's like rather than spawning, parallel to where the other team's spawning, or it's based on whatever the objective points are, you just spawn on your teammate, like whoever it was that was closest to the hill or something like that. Like that was the first ever COD where, you're playing ranked play and you like spawn in the hill. Like that was so bewildering. Like now it's just a normal thing and we just brush it aside. It's like, come on. Like, if you play Black Ops 2, I don't know if I'm tripping, but it is literally impossible to spawn inside of the hardpoint. Like, if you're playing ranked and you want to win a hardpoint game, like, you got to really be disciplined. And I mean disciplined in terms of just, like, rotating, And honestly, maybe my last point about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, all that, ruining COD. A lot of people hate the slide canceling. I actually do like slide canceling. I feel like it adds, skill into Call of Duty. We were talking about the depth that Call of Duty needs, and that kind of provides, the movement aspect of it. But slide canceling did not come out in Modern Warfare 2019. I mean, really, we were doing it in Call of Duty Ghost without really realizing it. AW, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 also had, slides in the game that were pretty crazy, especially Black Ops 3. Like, you guys know the zombies movement. Like, come on now. They need to make a Call of Duty just like Black Ops 3 zombies, like the movement in that game specifically. That would be pretty peak. But, I'm kind of going off on a little, I don't know, what you'd call it, a tangent right now. If I did make any sense to you guys, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Trying to hit 300 subs. So if you guys can sub up, I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out. That might be number one, actually. I don't know. This or that gun is number one for sure. Oh my god, no way. Yeah, honestly, these guys aren't too bad. MW3 plutonium over here. Kind of wishing I had like a different class setup, honestly. Like, kind of needing the scav packs right now. Like, that could come in handy. Like, I'm running out of ammo and then I die. It's not good. Like, no way this dude's... Oh, come on. This guy's just brain dead. Or a bot or something. Yeah, some of these guys might be bots now. I don't know. Oop. Missed that, man. Panic knifing. Oh, no way. Here, kill streak right here. No way. Oh. Yeah, there's no way like that dude that was standing on the flag isn't a bot. Like, oh man. Okay, what the hell else died? Dude. Oh, it's not fair when you spawn or it's just so unfortunate, bro. It's the nature of shipment though, I guess. Like, jeez. Yeah, these guys are bots, 100% or something. Oh, come on. Like, dude, this guy's like the only dude killing me over here. Somehow he doesn't get that to the face. Like, come on. Whatever, still did better. 82-38, not too bad. Had some bots in there. I'm assuming, so we're not gonna really count it, you know. That's not even really that amazing anyways.